All right, Shalom, Akim Shalom. I'm going to start by giving infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, and Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well, and are worthy of their double honors. Peace and blessing to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last 6 of time. Back at you with another edification, all right, exhortation, going into the sons of the Most High, all right, Genesis 6 and 4. All right, Lord willing, this message be edifying. And we're just going to start from the top. This is Genesis 6 and 1. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of the Most High saw the daughters of men, that they were fair. And they took them wives of all which they choose. Right? So who are the sons of God? All right. The book of Genesis, the 4th chapter. Let's see. That's right. In the 26th verse reads, it says, And to Set, to him also there was born a son, and he called his name Enos. Then began man to call upon the name of the Lord, right? Because then men begin to call upon the names of the Lord were the sons, and those men were the sons that came out of Adam through Seth and Enos, right? Seth means compensation, okay? So associating something old with something new. So when Abel was killed by the wicked Cain, the Most High set up Seth, all right? Enos means man. So the sons that came out of Adam began to call on the name of the Most High. You go to Genesis, the 5th chapter, it gives you the generations of Adam all the way down, all right, onto Noah, man, all right? But let's get back into it. It says Genesis 6 and 2, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they choose, right? So what were they called, man? Sons of the Most High, right? As it reads, because they called upon the Most High, as we read in Genesis 4 and 26, right? So that's not talking about angels, all right? And you have these jakes out here in the world, and these Christians, they try to make it some mythical fairy tale where the angels came down and had sex with women. No, man, all right? The angels are the sons of the Most High, man, all right? But there are a certain group of men, all right, chosen men, the elect on the earth today, man, that are sons of the Most High as well, all right? But verse 3, it says, And the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with man. You see? Read that one more time. And the Lord says, My spirit will not always strive with man. You see? Because ultimately, all right, when we fell away from the Lord, he put us into these, all right, these everlasting chains of darkness, man. These chains of darkness, okay? So that was the process that the Lord put us through, ultimately lowering our stature, all right, because of us going off, basically, man. All right? It's the book of Psalms. Get it real quick. Chapter 82, verse 6, it says, I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. You see? So we're gods, man. All right? In the flesh, though. But we're subject to vanity, all right? We're subject to getting sick, all right? Getting ailments because of us going off, man. Ultimately, from the beginning, man. So as we're going to go into in a lesson, man, when it's going to go into those giants that walked the earth, those were the sons of God, man. All right? And today, you still have these giants walking the earth, man. The elect, man. Men of renown. All right? But it says, verse 7, But ye shall die like men. So notice it says, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men. All right? So what does it mean when it says, ye shall die like men? Okay? So ultimately, we're angels. We will be over the angels, because the scriptures tell you that ultimately, know ye not that ye shall judge angels. All right? But now we're in these chains of darkness. So we die like men, all right? We live to a certain point of age, as it's going to say, and then we perish, man, all right? We go back into the ground. Adama, it says, Genesis 6 and 3, And the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, you see? Yet his days shall be 120 years. So you have Jake, man. Jake will be lucky if he live up to 120 years now, man. But ultimately, the Lord has shorten our timeline, man, due to us going off, due to the curses, man. All right, due to what we're going to get into. Genesis 6:4, it says, they were giants in the earth in those days, and after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. You see, mighty men which were of old, man. So they were already, all right, from that lineage, man. They were of old, man. They came out of the loins of, from Adam all the way down to Noah, man. All right, from out of Noah, you had Ham, Shem, and Japheth, man. All right, Japheth meaning enlarged. All right, Shem meaning name, basically, and Ham meaning hot, man. All right, read Genesis 6:4 again. It says, there were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. Now let's get into that, came in unto the daughters of men, all right? Because ultimately, us being Israelites, we lowered our stature by going in on to the daughters of men, right? As we're going to get, let's see where we at. Yep, that's right, man. Here we go. It's the book of Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1. It says, now when these things were done, the princes came to me saying, the people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the land. So our whole nation, man, the people of Israel, the priests, the Levites, all right, the entirety of our substance of our people, man, we weren't separating ourselves from the people of the land, meaning what? The other nations, the heathen nations, man. It says doing according to their abominations. So we were following after their gods, laying with their women, all right? And it was coming up more Israelites, man. But the Most High commanded us not to do that. So ultimately, we did the crime, we paid the fine, man. All right, now we're in these chains of darkness. But it says doing according to their abominations, even of the Canaanites, heathens, the Hittites, heathens, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites. More heathens, man. People of other lands, man. All right. So you can have concubines, man, of other nations. You just can't take them as wives, man. That's what the Most High is, the gist of the Most High explaining to us, man. All right. You have to take wives of our nation, man. All right. So, but in the kingdom, we're gonna have concubines, man. All right, and Esau ultimately did this to us in slavery, sleeping with our women. All right, like it tells you in Matthew the 13th chapter, the wheat and the tares. All right, the enemy came and sowed with them, man. The enemy is Esau, Edom, man. All right, so Esau did this to us in slavery, sleeping with our women, man, of our nation. All right, and we know this. So when the law that's already in place for us to have concubines is established, all right, in the kingdom, then we're gonna do just that. All right. But it says, verse 2, for they have taken of their daughters for themselves. So go back to Genesis 6:4, all right? As it reads, there were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, you see, came in unto the daughters of men, all right? Verse 2, for they have taken of their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Yea, the hand of the princes and the rulers have been chief in this trespass, you see? So who's the holy seed, man? The children of Israel, all right? Can Esau be of the holy seed? No, man, all right? Only Israel. It says, and when I heard this thing, I rent my garment and my mantle and plucked off the hair of my head and of my beard and sat down astonished. Yeah, man. So when Esdras heard these things, man, all right, he was vexed, man. All right, because he saw the state of our nation, man, going into these daughters of men, going into these other nations. He saw that it was weakening us, man. It was destroying us. All right, sacrificing unto their gods and their abominations, man. All right, but it says, then were assembled unto me everyone that trembled at the words of the power of Israel because of the transgression of those that had been carried away. And I sat astonished until the evening sacrifice. Right? So can Esau be of the holy seed? When I ask that question again, no, man. Moab, no. Ham, no. Ishmael, no, man. The top leaders we're chief in this trespass, man. All right, knowing that ultimately, okay, well, these Israelites, they're gonna come in on our nations, all right, and be with our daughters. That's gonna weaken them, man. So they were chief in that trespass. All right, so that's why it tells you that the sons of the Most High are Israel, man. How do we know? Yah meaning he, Shah meaning prince, and Allah meaning God of power, man. So what is a name for a prince? Another name for a prince, a son of a king, man. Who's the king? The Most High. All right. So let's go back to Genesis 6. All right. And let's get that word giants, man. All right. We're going to get that word giants in the Strongs. Okay. This is Genesis. I'm going to play it real quick. Get that word. That word giants. Salakiakim. Here we go.
Strong's H5303.
That's right. It says giants, the Nephilim, okay? Giant, properly a feller, a bully, or tyrant, giant, man. All right? So this word Nephilim, let's go into a little bit more on it, man. All right? Now remember, when we read in the 5th chapter, all right, before we go a little bit more into this word, now remember when we read in the 5th chapter, all right, let's get it real quick. Let's see what we're gonna... Right. Genesis 5:3, and Adam lived 130 years and begat a son in his own likeness after his image and called his name Seth, right? So now we read in the 5th chapter, all right, let's go down a little bit more. Verse 4, and the days of Adam after he had begotten Seth were 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters. Verse 5, and all the days that Adam lived were 930 years. And he died. You see, 930 years, Akim. All right. And the Lord tells you in Genesis 6, it's verse 3, and the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive a man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. So you see, we went from 930, almost a full day in the eyes of the Lord, which is 1,000 years, to living 120 years, man. Come on, something happened between them, man. All right. There was a falling away, man. All right, as we read in Ezra 9:1, okay? So Adam lived to be 930 years. And when you keep going into Genesis, the 5th chapter, it'll go into how Methuselah lived to be like 960, all right? So some were able to live in the 900s, right? But the Most High cut that down. He cut that down, man, all right? So and like the apostles even go into it, there's an organ in your body that the Most High basically can tap into to make you live that long, man. And we know this, man, through the Spirit. So the Most High can do the same thing to make man live long or live until 120 years, and he did so, man. But Esau Edom is trying to be like the Most High, and he's on a quest for immortality, man. Right? But ultimately, only the Most High can tap into your body and make you live to be that long. That's why celestial goes into heavenly, because it's glory that comes from the heaven, man. All right, let's get that real quick. All right? Going into that. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 38, and it reads, but the Most High giveth it a body as it pleased him, and to every seed his own body. You see, all flesh is not the same flesh, but there is one kind of flesh of men, another flesh of beasts, another of fishes, and another of birds. There are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial. But the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another. So that's a clear distinction, man. All right. Man or us, we flesh, man. All right. And angels, they're what? Heavenly, man. Celestial. All right. But both ultimately are the sons of the Most High. One have just gone off. All right. Man. All right. Israel. And we've been put in these terrestrial bodies, man. All right. Let's go back into it, man. All right? We're just gonna further prove the point, man, that those men of renown are the Israelites, man. All right? So as we got that word giant, all right, going into basically the Nephilim, right? Now let's get a little bit more into it, okay? You see, this is Nepal.
Strong's H5307. Not found. Not found.
Nephil. Okay, so as we said, those age ranges from Genesis the 5th chapter to now Genesis the 6th chapter, saying that the Most High will not always strive a man. All right, then he tells you why, because they went in, they had giants in the earth, they had Israelites, all right, of that lineage, Adam all the way down to Noah, all right, which ultimately went on to the daughters of men, man, and fell from their state. And as we see in this verse, this definition of Paul, it says to fall, to lie, to be cast down. You see? Ooh. To be cast down, man. All right? This is 2 Peter 2 and 4. It says, for if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned. Who's that? Us, man. That sinned, we went off, man. Ezra's 9 and 1, Genesis 6 and 4. All right? We sinned, we went off, man. All right? We took wives upon ourselves of the other nations, man, and lowered our standards, all right? Served their idols and their abominations, man. It says, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment. That's talking about the elect, man. We're in these chains of darkness, man. We're in that flesh, all right? Because this body is just material, man. It's just like you have an arts and craft project and you got a blank piece of paper at first, then you just make it come alive, and now it's an image, man. All right, so this flesh, all right, this is an earthly image, man. We're going to get that heavenly image when we get those celestial bodies, man. All right, point blank, period. Okay, let's go back to Genesis 6. Again, man. Genesis 6 and 4, let's read it over again. It says, there were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. So it says there were giants in the earth. Now, we got that word Nephilim, all right? Now, this H5307, all right, Nephal, all right? Going into that word Nephilim, right? So let's get it right here. Get a little bit more. It says to fall, lie, to be cast down, fail, to fall of violent death, to fall, prostrate oneself before, to fall upon, to desert, to fall away, right? So we fell away, man. And the Most High branched us back in, ultimately, through what? These laws, statutes, and commandments, that breath of life, man. Because he breathed that breath into Adam from the beginning. He made Adam a living soul. And ultimately, he was given laws, statutes, and commandments, the way to be, how to keep the Shabbat, the high holy days. And the seeds start going off, man. So the Most High punished us in these everlasting chains of darkness. And it makes perfect sense, man. All right, it says to settle. Ooh, to settle, man. And what does it mean when you say settle? Somebody settling for less, man. Settling for what's really the standard and the goal in life, man. Which is the law, statutes, and commandments. Keeping it to the best of your ability, man. Settling is going to another nation's power and trying to keep their law, statutes, and commandments, man. All right? Or worship their powers or their gods, man. All right? So these men of renown, these Israelites, they fell away, man. All right? From their stature and started going from living 930 years to now 120 years, if that, man. Jake be going to the spirit of 50, 60, 70 years old, man. You know what I mean? Just young ages. All right? But it says to make the lot fall, to let drop, to cause to fail, right? So the Most High, all right, he caused us to fall or fail, man. But ultimately to show what? That I have the strength and only me to pick you up. That's what the Lord wants. Moab don't have the strength. Ishmael don't have the strength, man. Only the Lord, man. All right? Now let's get into it a little bit more. Going into that men of renown, man. All right? Let's read Genesis 6 and 4 one more time. It says, there were giants in the earth in those days. And also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children unto them, the same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. Now let's identify that word renown, man. All right, let's get it real quick. And then we're going to bring some precepts out just to show that men of renown, those giants, are talking about Israelites. All right, it says renown. It says name. You see? Shem. Here you go.
Shame.
Right. But we know that's going into Shem, which means name, man. All right. And it's it's beautiful that in Genesis, the 5th chapter, the Lord outlines basically, all right, that lineage, all right, all the way down from Noah. And we know the chosen line, all right, came out of Shem, man, from Noah onto Shem, all right. Then ultimately you have what Arphaxad, Salah, Eber, Peleg, Reuel, Serug, Nahor, Terah, and then down to Abraham, man, Isaac, Jacob. So those are Israelites, man. Those are patriarchs. Those are of our nation, man. All right. We just went off and we sinned against the Most High, man. All right. It's the book of Numbers. All right. Let's see. Salakia. This is Numbers 16:2. Just going into that word name. It says name, reputation, fame, glory, memorial, monument. You see? So the memorial, the monument, the name, all right, the reputation, the fame, the glory comes from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Who else comes from Yahweh Shem Yahushai? And this is chosen Israel. So now we're narrowing it down. So these giants can be talking about no other than Israelites, man. All right. Men of old, man, our forefathers, Numbers 16:2. And they rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly. It says with certain of the children of Israel, because the Most High has always dealt with certain men in Israel, man. All right. It says 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown. So these men of renown were Israelites, man, from the congregation of the Most High, man. They came out of the Most High, from the beginning, man. Like the Lord said, he knew us from the beginning. The Alahayim, man. Many powers, many gods, many judges, man. The Most High knew us from the beginning. So the Most High put that breath of life into Adam, made him a living soul, all right? Adama, all right? Which was Yahushai, okay? And out of Yahushai came a nation of people, man, all right? Generations upon generations, man. Seth, Methuselah, Jared, Enos, man. All the way down on Noah to Shem, through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right. Now, when we know the rest, man. All right. It's the book of Sirach, 44, verse 3. Just going in on that point of renown, man. Now that we've identified those giants, the Nephilim, right? And now we've identified those men of renown or those giants as Israelites. It's Sirach 44:1. Let us now praise famous men and our fathers that begot us. And those same fathers that begot us is what Numbers 16:2 just read, man. Those men of Israel that Moses raised up with Moses, man. That the Lord raised up with Moses, man. The congregation, it says, the Lord had wrought the great glory by them through his great power from the beginning. From the beginning, man. So this is a stronghold amongst our people saying, oh, well, giants and angels. Giants were angels that came down and had sex with women, and they were dealing with women, all right, and they just walked the earth, these huge men. Nah, man, those were Israelites, man. And just how when you go into that word renown, all right, the men of renown, all right, what you would see on the planet Earth today is the Michael Jordans, the Scottie Pippens, you know what I mean, LeBron Jameses. They're seen as what? Men of renown, right? Men of great stature, men of great fame, giants, right? Like we said, men of great fame, man, right? So you could just use that comparison, man. That's how the Most High deals, man. But he deals with his nation and people, man. Another one, Kobe Bryant, man. But when it comes to the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, his spiritual lineage, man, he deals with Israelites, man. From the apostles on down to the least of us, man. Lord will only be at that number. All right, but it says, such as did bear rule in their kingdoms, men renowned for their power, giving counsel by their understanding and declaring prophecies. It says, giving counsels by their understanding and declaring prophecies, leaders of the people by their counsels and by their knowledge of learning meet for the people, wise and eloquent are their instructions. You see, by their knowledge and their understanding, meet for the people, meaning what? Appointing to rule, man. Wise and eloquent are their instructions. Those were men, man, in the congregation. All right. The Levites, the priests, man, the people of Israel, man, the judges. Those are men of renown, man. All right. Another one, too. Sirach 39:1, it says, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecy. He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtle parables are, he will be there also. You see, the sayings of the renowned men, those giants that walk the earth, man. All right? Those Israelites, man, we keep their sayings unto this day, man, including the name of the Lord, including our law, statutes, and commandments, including our customs, our heritage, our history, man. We keep that today, man, because we follow after those men of renown that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has set up from the very beginning, man. All right? From the very beginning, man, like you said, the Alahayim, man. All right? It's the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 26, and it reads, I'm going to start at verse 24. O Israel, again, the Most High is addressing his people, man. He didn't say, O Moab, O Ishmael, O Ammon, O Esau. It says, O Israel, how great is the house of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and how large is the place of his possession. You see? Right? The multitude, man, like you go into Revelation, the 7th chapter, all right, when you go into those 12,000 from every tribe, man. That's that great house, man, that the Most High has built. It says, and how large is the place of his possession. Talking about Jerusalem, all right? Great and hath none end in Eden, because as it says from the beginning, man, and the earth is going to return to Eden, but it says great and hath none end, high and unmeasurable. There were giants, the famous from the beginning, that were of so great stature and so expert in war. Those did not the Lord choose, neither gave he the way of knowledge unto them, but they were destroyed because they had no wisdom and perished through their own foolishness. You see? How did we perish? We went from almost living 1,000 years to 120, if that, man. We went from being angelic, celestial to terrestrial, man. And we see it now on the earth today, man. Jake walk around with aches, pains, bumps, bruises, man. Come on, man. We're searching for that celestial body. Like it tells you the first ad, we're going to go from Adam, like Yahushua went from Adam to Yahushua. We're going to go from terrestrial to celestial, man. From earthly to heavenly, man. Lord willing, we be at that number, man. And Lord willing, this message was edifying. All right, just wanted to go into the topic of Genesis 6 and 4, going into those, there were giants in the earth in those days, man. And there's giants in the earth in these days as well, man. Men of renown. All right, and Lord willing, that's us, because we're going to go from terrestrial to celestial, man. All right, and be back in that first estate, like the scriptures say. All right, Lord willing, this message was edifying. I'm gonna say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call halal Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostle, great millstone, rule well and teach well, and I'm worthy of the double honors. Peace and blessing to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last 6 of time. Kwame Yashala, Shalom.